Hey everybody, it's Eduardo Jackson, CEO, founder, creator of the Cinema Draft game, coming at you guys with a weekend recap. I was hoping to have a special guest today, but unfortunately they couldn't make it, so let's just get right into it and see what we can see from last weekend. And as we, oh goodness gracious, here we go. Sorry, the server's a little bit slow. Okay, so as you can see, we have our games already up for this week. Trying to get those out to you guys Sunday evenings after the weekend estimates are up. Good turnout so far, so let's keep it up. And I wonder if it might have something to do with this little promotion we are rolling out. So we're doing in the call sheet of the week, and we'll get to the winner in a second. Well, this isn't actually described. Anyways, we're having a promotion going on for the call sheet of the week. We're gonna test this out, see what the response is. Just add another layer of competition to this great, wonderful, fun game that we've been playing. Basically, come at me, bro. If you can get the highest call sheet of the week and it not be my call sheet of the week, and I think I've won call sheet of the week at least one or two times previous, just saying, then I will award the winner $25 bonus on top of their winnings. So let's say, for example, our call sheet of the week this week was Gamble 24x7. Gamble 24/7. He had his call sheet of the week was not in the feature presentation. It was actually in the $50 Best Boy. Congratulations, Stranger. Boomerang fans out there will get that reference. And so basically, if no matter what contest your call sheet of the week appears in, you will get a $25 bonus added to your account. But once again, if I'm the call sheet of the week, nobody wins that money. It stays in my pocket. But if you win the call sheet of the week in any one of our 5 contests, in addition to winning the money for that contest, you will be rewarded a $25 bonus to your account. So congratulations to the call sheet of the week, Gamble 24x7. We'll get back to that in a minute, but let's go to what everyone looks forward to, which is the feature presentation, our top game with the most prize money involved. And this week it was won by our relative newcomer. I think this is his 4th week in, Ring Balls 22. Congratulations, Ring Balls. And also thank you for joining our group chat. We do appreciate it. We definitely are keeping up the chatter throughout the week in a public fashion about the Cinema Draft game, strategies, and how best to pick the winning call sheet. For those of you who aren't in the group chat, actually GroupMe doesn't have a really convenient way to spread it, but definitely check our social media, check our Facebook page. We should have information there on how to join our group chat if you just scroll through the posts. Okay, so let's dive into this call sheet and see what was going on with Ring Balls 22. He scored 287.21 points, and he basically hewed to conventional wisdom, which was some form of either having 2 Logans and a Skull Island or 2 Skull Islands and a Logan. He went with 2 Skull Island actors and a Logan. He had the headliner stack of Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston. He went with Patrick Stewart as the headliner from Logan, which pretty much ate up about 57,000 of your salary or of your call sheet budget. So from there, this is where he had some inspired choices. So he went with a 3-pack of the Indian movie, what I like to call the Indian movie, Badrinath Ki Dulhania. He had the headliner stack of Alia Bhatt and Varun Dhawan, and then he also snuck in the one of the cheaper actors, Akanksha Singh. Okay, I totally butchered that, but you know what I mean. Anyways, he had a 3-pack of Badrinath. Then he went with the headliner stack of Hidden Figures, and this is what makes this one of my favorite call sheets of the weekend in retrospect, because we had no idea Hidden Figures is still out there getting it. Look at this. Hidden Figures was the 7th ranked movie at the box office last weekend. Pulled in $2.76 million at the box office on 1,421 screens. Still good for nearly 2,000 a screen. Just out there getting it. Over 162 million total gross off a $25 million budget. That's just, I mean, oh man, that's just, this is a great success story right there. And the fact that it's still out here, I mean, it led the limited release. Look at it, on only 1,400 screens. It had almost a million more than La La Land did on 1,578 screens. So La La Land had over 100 screens more, but did over $1 million less. God bless you, Hidden Figures. That's just, you know, you're out there doing the Lord's work. So that headliner stack of Taraji and Octavia, you know, was probably the difference. It netted him 7.73 points in the limited release category. Only, I mean, and like I was saying, the conventional wisdom last weekend was that you're going to have, you know, a really pricey, you know, it's going to be Stars and Scrubs. It's going to be really pricey with, you know, a 2-in-1 of Kong and Logan. And then, you know, most people kind of flocked to a United Kingdom, which did some work, mind you. David Oyelowo of United Kingdom, the headliner from that, and Rosamund Pike, the headline, his co-headliner, also would get you 7.42 points, and that's the brilliance of Ring Ball's 22 strategy, was that he had the headliner stack from Badrinath and the headliner stack from a United Kingdom. So he really did get he really got a lot of bang for his buck, although it cost him in Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures was still priced at $7,500 and $7,100 respectively for the headliners, but a United Kingdom's headliners were only $5,800, $5,400. So what you saw from a lot of people is that they loaded up on a lot of a United Kingdom and most likely just punted with, say, like a Table 19, which was also bargain basement for a limited release, instead of really kind of ringing the register from Hidden Figures like Ring Balls did. This is quietly a really brilliant call sheet, only because he got value where we saw none out of limited release in Hidden Figures. So congratulations for your win. I believe your first win in the feature presentation. A new strong player in the game, and it's every week just watching you get better and better has really, really been exciting for everyone over here at Cinema Draft. So thanks a lot and congratulations, sir. So basically we have a three-way tie for second, and between BTTF, Gamble 24/7, and Jaybird. And so we'll just click on, say, Jaybird's first up there, because they all had pretty much the same call sheet in some form or fashion. And basically they all shared two Kong Skull Island actors, the headliner stack of Kong Skull Island. They had Patrick Stewart from Logan, the cheaper of the two headliners. And then they had a 5-pack of a United Kingdom, including the headliner stack of Rosamund Pike and David Oyelowo. Or actually, no, I take that back. Sorry. So they were able to get a headliner in Rosamund Pike. So they got 7.42 points for her $5,400 salary. But then the rest of them were 4 non-headliners at about 5,000 each, with 5.30 points. But what he was able to do was he was able to squeeze in Get Out. The headliner Daniel Kaluuya, God, I still can't say his name. I'm looking forward to you being a big star off this movie, Daniel, because I cannot say your name for the life of me. Oh, he was in Sicario. We loved Sicario. Great movie. And yeah, I think he was Emily Blunt's only real friend in that movie. Anyways, so basically they went with a 5-pack of a United Kingdom with only one headliner in Rosamund Pike. And then they punted on the limited release category with Table 19 at 2.35. So this actually probably was, one of the top strategies as far as trying to get some exposure to Get Out, which still did gross 21 million or almost 21 million in its third weekend. And then the Kong Skull Island headliner stack, and then Patrick Stewart from Logan, and they are only 3 points behind, a little bit less than 3 points behind Ring Balls 22, but what cost him was not having access to another Kong Skull Island, which really, I mean, it really did some business. It's still a really close race. This strategy made a whole lot of sense to me. I think I did a variation of this in one of my call sheets, but and it seemed to be the conventional wisdom as, like I said, there was a three-way tie between Jaybird, BTTF, and Gamble 24/7. And my call sheet for the feature presentation was just a mere four plus points off the pace. And my strategy was I went with Badrinath. So I basically went with I went with the Shack. So I couldn't afford. I could my strategy. Um, I couldn't afford Get Out because I wanted to get some points out of limited release, and it turns out Moonlight. I mean, it's petering out. It's seen its best days. The money I spent on Moonlight could have been diverted to replace the Shack. The Shack cost me 10 grand for Octavia Spencer as a headliner, which got me 14 points, respectable. It made 10 million over the weekend, but those points probably or that salary could have been better served had I gone up 2,700 to get exposure to Daniel Kaluuya in the Shack, or even better yet, just gone after Hidden Figures for cheap. Didn't know. So I also had a 1, 2, 3. I had a 3-pack of a United Kingdom with Rosamund Pike as my headliner. And I believe the Indian movie. That's one of the things I did get right. I headliner stacked Badrinath for 12.04 points each for each headliner at $5,800 each for each headliner. So I was just about almost a little under 5 points off the pace. Good for top 5, and that's why I wanted to have my special guest, because as we saw last week, there was a highly controversial gauntlet thrown down by Jay Devlin, who bet me $20 I couldn't make the top 5 in my own damn game, or actually the top 6 in my own damn game. And I made top 5, and guess who was 6th? Oh, hello, Jay Devlin. So thanks for the 20 spot, and also thanks for landing the top 6. And he was less than 2 points behind me, and his strategy was he had the headliner stack from Kong. He had Patrick Stewart from Logan. His misstep was doubling down in limited release on Table 19, which did only 2.35 points for its headliner, Craig Robinson, and then actually had a non-headliner in Wyatt Russell for 1.68 points. That movie's so dead on arrival, I'm not even sure if it's in the talent pool this week. So what he did get right was he did Get Out. He did get Daniel K from Get Out as a headliner. So he got those points right there, which is shrewd strategy. But his misstep was probably spending on Table 19. Where else would he could have saved? He probably could have saved. Actually, I don't know. Actually, he probably could have just even gone a United Kingdom. A non-headliner from a United Kingdom would have gotten him probably another 5.30 points. So that would have been enough to probably leapfrog me. I still would have been top 6, but at least you wouldn't have suffered the absolute indignity of not only losing the bet to me, but also coming in a slot below. But great call sheet. Love seeing you back there, active Jay Devlin. I'm sure we'll be duking it out some more, hopefully on a recap this week on maybe Friday. So let's take a look at our talent pool for this week. So newbies to the fold this week. Beauty and the Beast, which is tracking at over 100 million plus. It's quite bananas. Like, I think they're saying could do 120, 135 million this weekend. I don't have kids. I'm not in a relationship right now, so I don't necessarily see the impetus for me going to see Beauty and the Beast. But all y'all kids have at it. I'm sure it'll be a very loud and wild 2 hours at the multiplex. The Belko Experiment, which seems kind of interesting. It's basically the Belko Experiment is basically kind of this. It's a thriller / horror. It's like Die Hard in only in an office building where people are just trying to fight and stay alive. Some weird, sick, twisted thing where the owner of the company or something has basically said it's a social experiment. Like, you have to kill other people or be killed yourself. Very weird, very creepy. The trailer is kind of interesting. I'm oddly intrigued, but I'm not sure if I'll actually go see it in the theater. Song to Song, which is it debuted at South by Southwest this weekend, I think. It's Terrence Malick, so this sucker, if it even debuts at all, it'll probably be on 2 screens. So you might be a hard fade, hard pass on that one. And then also Bluebeard, which is our 3F of the week, the foreign-focused film. It is Korean import, I believe, where what's the tagline? So someone sedates their landlord before a medical checkup when the old man begins telling him a convincing murder confession. Sounds like a thriller. Believe it's set in Seoul, South Korea. So we'll see how that does. But it's our 3F of the week. Not exactly sure how. Oh, I believe it's only giving out 11 screens, so that might also be a fade for the week. So basically, in just taking a look at what's going to be out there, you're most likely going to be headliner stacking Beauty and the Beast. And then Stars and Scrubs once again, and then it's trying to figure out, where the value is on the lesser known titles. Badrinath might have some staying power in its second weekend. Kong Skull Island, I mean, word of mouth is key. I saw Kong Skull Island. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was a great time at the movies. So you might want to take a look and see if you can squeeze, even if not a headliner, just, one of the secondary actors into your call sheets, because that's going to be key there. Personal Shopper got raves on only 4 screens. Assuming it expands some, it might be one to watch. It could be a case where it gets 300,000 or 400,000 off of like 25 screens, which would be phenomenal for it. Raw, assuming it expands out some, it might be a hard pass. I'm not sure what the market is for cannibalism on screen. Logan still might have some thump. Think it might pull in about 20 million at the box office. The Shack is probably going to peter out some. Get Out, price down at 12,000, because it's just, I mean, it's had a really strong run. It'll be entering its 4th weekend, its 3rd full weekend release, and yeah, but we're keeping the pricing the same, because once again, word of mouth has kept that afloat too. I wouldn't be surprised if that also brought back another 16, 17 million this weekend. And then a United Kingdom still has value, and then the rest of these are kind of nearing the end of their run. I'm intrigued by Hidden Figures. Is that the one to watch again for limited release? I mean, I don't know. Let's just sort by limited release real quick. Limited release, you're looking at the Belko Experiment on 1,200 screens, Before I Fall, which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this actually tumbled all the way into a platform release. No one's seeing this film Before I Fall, but that'll be on 1,100 screens estimated. 50 Shades of Grey still out there getting it. John Wick should actually drop just below into limited release, and I might look at some value for John Wick Chapter 2 here, only because it's still fairly popular, but I think it was a victim of being on too many screens. If it is another 2 million-ish, 2 million-ish for on 1,700 screens or so, I might take a look at John Wick Chapter 2 as your limited release punt right there. And so those are some values to look at. We'll go deeper into just the shot list, which we are taping, or not just the shot list. Sorry, that was last week. We actually have some guests. We have the Tripod returning. I'll be taping that tonight. This is Tuesday, March 14th. It should be posted tomorrow morning, which would be Wednesday, March 15th. The Tripod, me, KG, and G Nice. We'll see what's going on with them. And so for that portion of the program, we'll take a look and see what we can see as far as we can see what we can see as far as what the shot list is looking like. Your A-list, your co-starring, and the cutting room floor. So that's it for today. We'll keep it nice and tight. We appreciate all your support. Tell all your friends. Sign-ups for free. We're giving out, over $235 in the prize pool, plus a $25 bonus. Come at me, bro. we are looking to see if we can fill up this weekend on. We're looking to see if we can fill up this weekend on the game, and if so, then we'll step it up. We'll expand more slots and bump up the prize pool. Looking to spread the word. So appreciate you guys playing, telling everybody. Follow us on all our social media, and tell your friends to go to cinemadraft.co to sign up, free to play. And between now and the next podcast, go see a movie or something.